Alan wipes the cold sweat from his brow as the blood beast slowly retracts its claws. Without wasting a moment, he scrambles to his feet and runs for his life. Whirlwind. Whirlwind spell. Alan mutters, trying desperately to cast the spell to disrupt the blood beast's pursuit, but fear clouds his mind, making it difficult to concentrate. Even simple spells like the wind airflow spell are a struggle. Finally, Alan manages to complete the whirlwind spell just as the blood beast's claws reach for him. A powerful gust of wind strikes the beast's head, throwing it off balance. The beast's claws miss Alan's head, but strike his abdomen, sending his frail body flying through the air. He crashes through tall grasses, rolling down a slope before coming to a stop, hidden by the vegetation. The blood beast, still dazed from the whirlwind spell, searches for its prey, but finds nothing. After scanning the area and finding no trace of Alan, it reluctantly retreats. That was close, Alan mutters as he painfully pushes himself up from the grass. The wound on his back is severe, but he has survived, and that is something to be grateful for. Reflecting on what happens, he finds it odd that the blood beast doesn't attack when the mark is on its forehead, yet it kills the four adventurers when the mark disappears. Could the mark be connected to him? Unable to figure it out, Alan limps through the vast mountains, his body battered and bleeding. Drawing on his countryside knowledge, he identifies some herbs that can stop the bleeding. Despite the pain, he chews the bitter herbs and applies them to the wound on his back. He also cleans off the beast's blood from his body to avoid attracting other predators. Magic beasts, after all, have keen senses. Arcane really is powerful, Alan thinks, appreciating its value more than ever. Without it, the blood beast would have caught him long ago. I'm now a level 2 junior arcane mage. If I can comprehend the Windblade spell, I'll truly be a level 2. He realizes that practical application of arcane, rather than just meditation, is key to faster improvement. After a while, Alan finds a spot surrounded by 3 stone walls and makes a makeshift bed from large leaves. Though he isn't afraid of the cold anymore, the temperature is still a concern without the ability to cast fire-type arcane. As the wind howls through the mountains, Alan strengthens the vortex around his body to protect against the cutting wind. Suddenly, a flash of inspiration strikes him. The mountain wind isn't originally harsh, but it becomes stronger after passing between the stone walls. This compression of wind is the key to the Windblade spell. Ecstatic, Alan ignores the pain in his back and begins experimenting with compressing the wind airflow spell. At first, controlling the wind airflow spell after release is difficult. The spell naturally flies out, and Alan struggles to compress it. But then, he thinks of overlapping multiple wind airflow spells in the same direction to compress them into a cutting wind blade. Without hesitation, Alan begins practicing relentlessly. After countless attempts, Alan finally succeeds. A green wind blade spell slices through the sky, appearing exceptionally bright under the moonlight. The overlapping and compression of wind airflow spells have finally resulted in a powerful offensive arcane. Success! I did it! Finally! Alan is overjoyed, his eyes wet with tears. After 4 years of arduous training, he has finally mastered the Windblade spell and become a true arcane mage. As if in response to his success, a ghostly wolf's howl echoes through the mountains. Alan quickly covers his mouth to stifle his excitement, aware that attracting a pack of wolves would be fatal. Even with the Windblade spell, he wouldn't survive an attack from dozens of beasts. Despite the danger, Alan can't stop smiling. He releases a few more Windblade spells to confirm that his success is real. Satisfied and exhausted, he finally closes his eyes and drifts off to sleep, the cold mountain wind swirling rhythmically around him.